Hello everyone, and welcome back to Mindful English. By listening to our short podcast every day, you can improve your listening skills and expand your vocabulary while learning about something that affects us all. I'm glad you're here to explore this with me, and I am your host, Jennifer Jones. Today, we're going to delve into a very important and often misunderstood topic, anxiety. Our episode today is titled, "Do I have anxiety?" It's a question many of us might ask ourselves at some point. In this episode, we'll gently explore what anxiety is, how it might affect our lives, how we can begin to assess if what we're feeling is anxiety, and most importantly, what we can do if we identify with these feelings. So, let's take a deep breath together. Inhale and exhale, and allow yourself to simply be present with us for the next few minutes. First, let's talk about what anxiety actually is. You know, everyone experiences worry or fear from time to time. It's a natural human emotion. For example, you might feel anxious before a big exam, a job interview, or a public speaking event. This kind of anxiety is often temporary and goes away once the situation is over. It can even be helpful, motivating us to prepare and perform our best. However, clinical anxiety, or an anxiety disorder, is different. It's more than just occasional worry. It's when feelings of worry, nervousness, or fear become persistent, overwhelming, and start to interfere with your daily life. It can feel like a constant state of unease, a feeling that something bad is about to happen, even when there's no clear reason for it. Think of it this way. Normal fear is a car alarm that goes off when there's an actual intruder. Anxiety is like a car alarm that's constantly blaring, even when no one is around, making it hard to focus on anything else. So, how does anxiety affect our lives? The impact can be quite significant and show up in many different ways, both mentally and physically. Mentally, you might find yourself constantly worrying about everyday things, even small ones. You might struggle to concentrate, feel restless, or experience a sense of dread. Your mind might race, making it difficult to relax or fall asleep. You might also find yourself avoiding situations or places that trigger your anxiety. Physically, anxiety can manifest as a racing heart, shortness of breath, sweating, trembling, or muscle tension. Some people experience headaches, stomach problems, or even panic attacks, which are intense, sudden surges of fear accompanied by physical symptoms like chest pain or dizziness. These physical sensations can be very frightening, and often lead to more anxiety about the symptoms themselves. Imagine trying to learn English, or focus on a conversation, when your heart is pounding and your mind is filled with worrying thoughts. It can be incredibly challenging, making even simple daily tasks feel like a huge effort. Now, for the big question. How do I assess if I have anxiety? This is a very personal question, and it's important to remember that I'm not a medical professional. This podcast is for informational purposes and to help you explore these feelings in a gentle way. However, there are some common signs and patterns that might suggest you're experiencing more than just everyday worry. Ask yourself if these sound familiar. Is your worry persistent and excessive? Does it last for weeks or months, rather than just a few days? Is your worry difficult to control? Do you try to stop worrying but find you can't? Does your anxiety interfere with your daily life? Does it stop you from going to work, school, social events, or even pursuing your hobbies? Are you experiencing physical symptoms regularly? Do you often have a racing heart, tense muscles, or difficulty sleeping due to worry? Do you avoid situations or activities because of fear or worry? For example, avoiding social gatherings or public transport? Do you feel restless, irritable, or easily fatigued without a clear reason? If you answered yes to several of these questions, it might be a sign that you are experiencing anxiety that could benefit from further attention. It's like noticing that your car is making a strange noise. It doesn't mean it's broken beyond repair, but it does mean it's worth checking out. So, what can you do if you suspect you have anxiety? The good news is, there are many effective strategies and resources available to help you manage anxiety and improve your well-being. The very first and most important step is to talk to a healthcare professional. This could be your general practitioner or a mental health professional like a therapist or counselor. They can provide an accurate diagnosis, rule out other conditions, and discuss the best treatment options for you. This might include therapy, medication, or a combination of both. Please don't hesitate to reach out. Seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness. In addition to professional help, there are many self-help strategies that can make a significant difference. I am now sharing 5 tips for you to try. First, practice mindfulness and deep breathing. As we do here on Mindful English, focusing on your breath can be incredibly grounding. When anxiety strikes, try this. Inhale slowly through your nose for a count of 4. Hold for a count of 4. And exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 6. Repeat this several times. And you can also find many guided meditations available online, including on YouTube, that can help you practice mindfulness. Second, engage in regular physical activity. Exercise is a powerful stress reliever. Even a brisk walk for 20 to 30 minutes a day can help reduce anxiety symptoms. Third, prioritize sleep. Lack of sleep can worsen anxiety. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night and establish a relaxing bedtime routine. Fourth, connect with others. Don't isolate yourself. Talk to trusted friends or family members about what you're experiencing. Social support is very helpful. Final tip, set realistic goals and break them down. If a task feels overwhelming, divide it into smaller, more manageable steps. This can reduce feelings of being overwhelmed. Managing anxiety is a journey, not a destination. There will be good days and challenging days. Be patient and kind to yourself. To summarize, anxiety is a common experience. But when it becomes persistent and debilitating, it's important to acknowledge it. We've discussed what anxiety is, how it affects our lives, ways to gently assess if you might be experiencing it, and crucial steps you can take if you are. If anything we've discussed today resonated with you, I encourage you to take that first step and speak to a healthcare professional. You don't have to navigate these feelings alone. Thank you for joining me on Mindful English today. I hope this episode has provided you with some clarity and comfort. Try to be kind to yourself, and remember that taking care of your mental well-being is just as important as taking care of your physical health. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and most importantly, keep nurturing your mindful self. See you next time.